Ariana Grande in hiding after being targeted by Muslim terrorists again. Look what just showed up. Terror attacks, like the death they bring, are the great equalizer. No matter your political affiliation, if someone is trying to kill you, you're not thinking about the politics, you're all full up with the decision of fight or flight. That has been the universal response of victims the world over when faced with the idea of their personal right to life being infringed on by a religious fanatic with explosives and a cause. It doesn't take long for the politics to weigh in though. It's been the case with every terror attack in recent history that instead of focusing on how to fix the problem so this doesn't happen in the future, some ultra-bleeding heart comes out in support of the group that breeds the terrorism. The problem with that is that the terrorists are feeling the love and getting even bolder. One of the more recent attacks in the UK happened at a pop concert that was slated to star Ariana Grande, and wouldn't you know it, even though she's been an extreme advocate for those who she considers to just be misunderstood immigrants and religious enthusiasts, she and her fans were still targeted, and continue to be targeted. Her most recent show in Costa Rica was plagued by yet another freak who thought he'd obtain bliss in the afterlife if he could just take some infidels with him. Via Pamela Geller. The jihad aspirations of Muslims. The monstrous horror of the Manchester attack inspires devout Muslims to repeat the carnage. Why is this understanding of Islam so widespread? Perhaps Muslims believe the Islamic texts and teachings of the Quran and the Hadith over the flapping tongues of Western elites who deny reality. Ariana Grande, 23, later performed for 14,000 fans as planned at the Park Viva. You'd think that the terrorists would have the sense to know that they should stick to picking on the artist and political figures that are against their particular brand of enlightenment. But no, their highest goal has nothing to do with loyalty to people, only to a bloodthirsty overlord who will only be satisfied with the human sacrifice of all who don't follow him to their death. The Daily Mail reported on the incident as follows. Police have arrested a man on suspicion of planning a terror attack at an Ariana Grande concert in Costa Rica. Detectives launched a manhunt on Saturday after threatening messages were posted in Arabic on a webpage of the concert organizers. The suspect, with the last names Cacheta Lopez, a 22-year-old from Colombia, was held in a 6 a.m. raid on his flat in Tibas, near the capital San Jose, yesterday. Officers seized 2 mobile phones allegedly used to make the threats. On May 22, a suicide bomber killed 22 people and injured 119 more at a concert by the American singer in Manchester, and Costa Rican police feared a copycat attack was being planned. The manhunt was led by the Judicial Investigation Department, OIJ, and the raid was carried out by its Special Tactical Response Unit. The director of the OIJ, Walter Espinoza, said, the original threat was in the Arabic language and indicated that there could be a situation of danger or an attack at the concert. It was a very sensitive situation. Police launched the dawn raid after tracing the threats to the suspect's home. The investigation was carried out jointly with the Department of Intelligence and National Security and the Ministry of Public Security. Cacheta Lopez was described as having no police record in Costa Rica. After being arrested he was handed over to state prosecutors. Organizers said in a statement, the operation was carried out with total professionalism. On Saturday police carried out an emergency drill to check security arrangements at the park ahead of the concert. All fans were searched as they passed through 3 rings of security. No matter how much support you try to show for the religion of Islam, it's an all-or-nothing kind of event. Don't get me wrong, I don't think this is any kind of excuse for the Muslims to be allowed to act this way. I think we should consider that their religion is more like a gang in that their intent is to do harm to others if they don't obey. However, we have to remember there will be no appeasing them. Maybe way back in the day you could pay off the mob bosses and get some protection, but that's not the case anymore. Even if it were a good idea to let in the modern-day mafia, the system isn't going to work anymore. Liberals seem to think that if they're nice to the Muslims they'll be killed last. I have some bad news about that, even if they kill you last, you still end up dead. Source, Pamela Geller, Daily Mail. Share if you think we need harsher punishments for those who associate with terrorists. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.